Hello everybody and welcome back. We are continuing with our series of drawing a particular and special object, and we are going to be focusing on tone. So the last few lessons we have focused on shape, then we did line, then we did texture, and of course today we're doing tone. So it's like putting on a different pair of glasses. You're going to look completely differently. And today we're actually going to be using a different material. This whole lesson can be done with pencils. So if the learners don't have charcoal, which is what we're going to be using, you can continue with your 2 or 3B pencils, but you may want to include a 6B if you've got it to get those really dark tones. So first of all, let's talk about what tone is and tonal value. Tones basically talks about the darks and the lights, the shadows and the light areas. So the parts that move towards black, all the medium tones in between, leading to the very, very lightest part of the object. And we are going to be using charcoal to explore tone because it is a very forgiving, changeable, and actually quite an exciting medium to work with. It is something that at first some people don't necessarily warm to, but once you get into it and kind of feel how experimental and chancy it can be, it becomes really an exciting journey. So let's talk a little bit about charcoal. Charcoal comes from, or charcoal in the shops generally tends to come from the willow tree, and you can buy it in a box. And it ranges from really thick charcoal to medium-sized charcoal to very thin sticks of charcoal. Saying that, of course, what you find in the fireplace after a braai is also a form of charcoal. Briquettes are also a form of charcoal, and you can make charcoal dust with wood from the braai or with briquettes. So the one thing that is advantageous about the shop or the bought charcoal is that it tends to have a consistency. It's from the willow tree and it's got a consistency that is quite soft and easy to draw with. So it smudges and blends easily. I understand that if you take charcoal from a fireplace and put it in sugar water, that it tends to improve the quality, and you can do the same thing with charcoal. So I haven't tried it yet. I'd love you to go and try it and let me know if it works. Get back to me at Enlighten Education Trust or the Overberg Education Department. Let us know. But for now, I'm going to be working with the bought charcoal. The first thing I'd like you to do is to create some charcoal dust, or to encourage your learners to create some charcoal dust. So you'll need a container to put the dust in. You'll need a pair of scissors to scrape the charcoal with. And of course, you will need the charcoal itself. All you then do is you use the side of the scissors and you scrape your charcoal into your container until you get enough dust that you're going to work with your finger. So you're going to stick your finger in there and use the finger as a drawing tool. The next step is to take your object, place it in a position that pleases you. I've been using the same position each time for each particular technique. And you are going to look at the object in terms of darks and lights, not details. So darks, lights, and mediums. And the next step is to start somewhere in your object and start doing these fields of shades of darks and lights and mediums. So I've done something here to give you an idea of what I mean. I'm working on brown paper this time. But you can see I've just done the basic aspects of the object. One way of starting is to just close your eyes slightly. So you kind of have got them half open, and then imagine that, or look at the darkest parts, the lightest parts, all the medium parts. And then with your eyes half closed, you can move into the charcoal dust. That's the first step. So go ahead and create your charcoal dust, start your drawing, and we will continue in the next video.